Hello there. Thanks for joining me for today's practice. Today is a whole body sequence based around a sun salute. Once we get into the sun salute, just remember that you can always drop down to your knees for that modified Chaturanga, so don't feel like you have to do the full variation. We'll be moving through a couple of them. So just to keep that in mind. We're going to start in a seated position, cross-legged seated position. So if you do need a cushion or a block just to make yourself feel a little bit more comfortable, then feel free to do that. And we'll make a start. So coming down and finding your cross-legged position. And let's just all start with the right leg in front. Rest the hands down onto your thighs and closing down your eyes. And starting to tune into your breath. And noticing where you're at right now, as how you're feeling, how your body's feeling. And we're trying to observe without any judgment. So being kind and curious towards ourselves. Starting to take a few deeper breaths. So slowing down the inhale and slowing down the exhale. Just continue with that. Gently lengthening your inhale and lengthening your exhale. Allowing the shoulders to be relaxed, face soft. Noticing if there's any unnecessary holding and trying to soften. And then let's open up the eyes. Hands beside you, just to grow nice and tall out of the spine. Taking an inhale. As you exhale, let's walk the hands forward. You might like to stay up on your fingertips just to be a little bit more active here. Feel free to pop the palms down. Press the sitting bones back as the armpits roll in to face one another. And breathing in and out through the nose. And then let's walk the hands back up. Taking your right hand away from you, hand or the forearm all the way down, and then taking that left arm up and over. Relax that right shoulder down away from the ear. And then from here, you can turn the head to look up towards the ceiling. You're pressing down through that left sitting bone. It's opening up through that left side body. And if you can, you might want to come all the way down, but if you feel like your hip bone's popping up, just stay up a little bit higher. And then let's take an inhale, coming all the way back up to center, and then rotating to your right, taking a twist here. Place the back of the left hand onto the outside of the right thigh and turning to look over the right shoulder. Both sitting bones even down into the ground. As you inhale, grow out through both sides of the waist. As you exhale, seeing if there's any more space to turn the left side of the body towards the right. That upper body. And then let's take an inhale, come back to center, and let's swap it around. So take that left leg in front now. Hands down, take an inhale to lengthen out through the spine, and then exhale, walking your hands forward. And once again, you might like to stay up on your fingertips. As you inhale, think about that sternum reaching forward. As you exhale, the sternum keeps reaching forward as the sitting bones press back. And then let's walk the hands back upright, taking that left hand away from the hip, hand or the forearm down, and taking that right arm up and over, and then turning the eyes to look up towards the ceiling, pressing down through that right sitting bone. Open breathing. And that underneath shoulder not crowding up next to your neck or your ear, just letting it drop away from the side of the head. And then take an inhale, coming back upright. Let's take a twist to the left now. Taking the back of that right hand to the outside of that left thigh and looking over towards the left shoulder. Both sitting bones evenly grounding down. As you inhale, grow through both sides of the waist, and as you exhale, see if there's any more space to turn that right side of the chest towards the left. And then let's take an inhale, coming back to center. Coming over the legs, come into your tabletop position. So wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, spreading those fingers, and then starting to take some circles over the wrists. You're feeling that weight start to drop into the hands, trying to distribute the weight across all 5 knuckles, changing the direction of the circle. And then come back to center. Let's turn the fingers to point towards the knees. So if you can, if this is too strong, then just keep them pointing forward. And then we're going to turn the right hand also to point back towards the knee. And we're going to take our cat-cow in this position. So dropping the belly down, draw the tips of the shoulders away from the ears. Take an inhale to lift the eyes, and then exhale, draw the belly button in, tucking the chin in. And then again, release the belly down, take an inhale, lift the eyes, and then exhale. Squeeze the navel in. And one more time. Inhaling and exhaling. And come back to neutral spine. Turn the hands back to face forward. Shift the hands a couple of inches forward of the shoulders. Tuck the toes under and straightening the legs into your down facing dog. Your first down facing dog, feel free to do anything that you like to do here, or you can hold stillness. So you might like to pedal the feet or rise up onto the balls and then lower them down. And if you want to hold stillness, just stay here. Steady gaze. Trying to lengthen the inhale and slow down the exhale. And then coming up onto the balls of the feet, we're going to start to walk the feet forward up towards the hands, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up to the top of your mat. And then the feet just a little bit wider. Let the head relax down. Feel free to keep the knees really bent here. Allow the back of the neck to be relaxed. A sense of allowing the spine to drape forward. And soften through the knees and take a spinal roll to come all the way up to standing. Coming into your Tadasana, let's bring the big toes together, palms of hands together in front of the chest, and closing down the eyes. Grounding down into the feet. Just feeling the soles spread into the mat. Connecting with the base of the big toe, the little toe, the outside edge of the heel and the inside edge of the heel. And as you press down into those 4 points, grow nice and tall, all the way up and out through the crown of the head. And then let's open the eyes. Release the arms down by your side. Take the hands forward, hook the thumbs, crossing the right over the left, butterfly hands. We're going to take the hands up, drop the tailbone down and lean the hips forward. Lift the eyes. Inhale, and then as you exhale, we're going to bend through the knees, sweep the hands back behind you, interlace the fingers. So you might start with the hands really bent. For some of us, it's very tight, and you might even want to hold a strap in between the hands. If it's available, you're going to start to take those arms away and maybe even start to straighten those arms just to where you can. You want to try to draw the shoulder heads away from the thighs and then start to straighten into those arms. Let the head be relaxed. And then let's release those hands all the way down. Take an inhale into your halfway lift. Draw the belly button in. Hands can come to the thighs or to the shin bones. And then forward fold. Bend through the knees. Step the right leg back, coming into your sprinter's lunge. Pressing the back of the right thigh up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. As you exhale, step back into down facing dog. One breath. And then take an inhale to unfurl the spine into your plank position. Finding plank. Eyes looking towards the top edge of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. So we're going to go knees, shift the hips slightly back, dive the chest in between the hands and chin drops down. Bum is up in the air and then release the tops of the feet down, release the belly down. Coming up into your baby cobra, squeeze those elbows in. Inhale and then exhale, press back towards the heels, tuck the toes under, down facing dog. Coming into your plank again, take an inhale. If you feel okay, we're going for our Chaturanga. So we're going to bend those elbows halfway back, look towards the top edge of the mat, roll over the toes, coming into your up dog. Take an inhale, lift through the belly and back into down facing dog. Holding down dog for 3 breaths here. Steady gaze with the eyes. On your next in-breath, rising up onto the balls of the feet, take that right leg up into your 3-legged dog and then stepping it forward in between the hands. Sprinter's lunge, holding it here. Try to charge up the back of that left thigh. Taking one more inhale. And then exhale, we're going to step it forward into Uttanasana. Let the head relax down. Bend through the knees. Hook the thumbs, right thumb over left. Coming all the way up. Drop the tailbone down, lean back, inhaling. And then exhale, bend through the knees, forward fold. Interlace the hands behind the back. You might be able to swap the interlace around. So maybe the left thumb's on top rather than the right thumb on top. If you can. Shoulder heads away from the thighs. Trying to straighten those arms. One more inhale. And then exhale, releasing those hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, step the left leg back. Sprinter's lunge. Take an inhale. Exhale, step back, down facing dog. Inhale into your plank position. Eyes to the top edge of the mat. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Release the tops of the feet down. Release the belly down. Come up into your baby cobra. Or maybe a little bit high if you feel comfortable. Inhale. Exhale back towards the heels. Down facing dog. Inhale to come back into your plank position. Option for Chaturanga here. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Grounding down through that middle knuckle of your hands and lengthening out through both sides of the waist. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Take that left leg up into your 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, stepping it forward in between the hands. Sprinter's lunge. Just 1 breath. Take an inhale. As you exhale, step it forward. Uttanasana. Let the head relax. Bend the knees. This time, let's take the left thumb over the right. Take an inhale, coming all the way up, leaning back. And then exhale, bend through the knees, forward fold. Interlacing the hands behind the back. Maybe taking them a little bit further away now. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, step back. Sprinter's lunge. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Cobra or baby Cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. On your next in-breath, rising onto the balls of the feet, take the right leg up, 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Sprinter's lunge. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. Feet together. Let the head relax. Bend through the knees. Left thumb over right. Butterfly hands. Inhale. All the way up. Leaning back. Exhale. Folding forward. Take the hands behind you. Interlacing the fingers. Arms away from you if you can. Inhale. And then exhale. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, step the left leg back. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Slow down your breathing. Think about rotating those armpits in to face one another. Reach the hips up towards the ceiling. Rise up onto the balls of the feet. Taking that left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, stepping it forward in between the hands. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, feet together, Uttanasana. Bend the knees. Hook the thumbs, your choice now. Inhale, arms up. Drop the tailbone down. Just one more round, right and left. Exhale, bend the knees. Take the hands back. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, step the right leg back. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, release the belly, release the feet. Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank position. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Couple of breaths here. Slow things down. Rise up onto the balls of feet. Take that right leg up. Inhale, draw the navel in, knee to chest and step that right foot forward. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. Relax the head. Bend the knees, hook the thumbs. Inhaling, drop the tailbone down, lean back. Exhale, fold forward. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Take an inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, step the left leg back. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhaling into your Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Two more full breaths. Rise up onto the balls of feet. Take that left leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Knee to chest. Step it forward. Inhale. Chest forward. Exhale. Uttanasana. Let the head relax. Bend the knees. Hook the thumbs. Inhaling. And leaning back. Palms of hands coming together. Draw them down through the center line. Let them rest in front of the chest and close down the eyes. Just observing the breathing. Noticing that internal heat you've created. Heart rate starting to slow down. Opening up the eyes, release the hands down by your side and let's open the feet out so they're hip distance apart. So we're going to go for our forward fold into Padangusthasana. We're going to hold our big toes. So feet are parallel, hip distance apart. Take the hands to the waist. Use your thumbs to press the hips down so you can grow out of the waist. Lift the sternum, take an inhale and then exhale, folding forward at the hips. If you need to bend your knees here, feel free. First two fingers, take hold of the big toes. Take an inhale, lengthen out through the waist, and then exhale. Bend those elbows out to the sides as you fold forward. If you feel comfortable, you might gaze towards the tip of the nose. Otherwise, just look straight through the legs. Find a steady spot for the eyes to rest. Still engaging those quadriceps up towards the hip sockets. If the legs are straight, if the legs are bent, then just let the torso really relax on the thighs. Take an inhale, lengthen out to your halfway lift. You can repeat what we've just done or take Padahastasana. So take the palms of hands underneath the soles of the feet, toes right up towards the wrists. Take another in-breath and then exhale. Folding down once again. It's the muscles at the base of the neck moving away from the ears.
rather than letting them kind of collapse down. You want to have a sense of them lifting away. And then take an inhale into your halfway lift. Remove your hands from under the feet, or if you're holding the toes, and then just place the palms flat. Move your feet a little bit further away, very short down dog feet together, and then coming down onto your knees and into your Japanese seated position. Release the tops of the feet down. Just cupping that left hand into the right, tips of thumbs lightly touching, closing down the eyes. Feeling the length of your spine. And then let's open up the eyes. Sitting over to one side. Extend the legs out long in front of you. And then we're going to take our Tadasana, so bringing the soles of the feet together and the heels coming in towards the groin. And then use your hands to try to open out the feet. Now, if this is too much, then just take the legs a little bit further away. So your knees might be up quite high, and that's totally fine. Sometimes you might even need to just support your legs a little bit more. If you've got that space and you're trying to bring the heels in. In very gentle pressure, pressing the legs down. Take an inhale to lengthen out through the waist. And then as you exhale, starting to fold down to where you can. If you've got that space, you might use your elbows very gently into the inner thighs. You might want to keep holding onto your feet. Take your hands out. For some of us, maybe just popping the forehead down. Just really allowing the breath to slow down, but you're still trying to lengthen the inhale and lengthen the exhale. And then let's take an inhale, come back upright. We'll just take a couple of breaths, spine nice and long. Now, take hold of the big toes with a pistol grip. Now, what we're going to go for here is we're going to lean a little bit back onto our sitting bones, and then we're going to start to lift the right leg up. And you might just get to here, or you might have to hold onto your leg in a different position. And if this is enough for you, just stay here, keep growing out of the lower back. If it's available, you're going to start to straighten into this right leg, just to where you can. And try not to tilt too much. We're going to keep that spine nice and long. Draw that right shoulder back into the socket. And just keep breathing. And then let's bring that right foot down and we'll swap it around. So leaning slightly back, grow out of the lower back, starting to lift this left leg up. And you're just finding your balance here. And then maybe starting to extend that leg. And you might want to give it a go and you might fall out, and that's completely okay. So just feel free to just give it a little go. This right shoulder likes to pull forward, so you want to try to draw it back into the socket. And then let's bring that left foot back in. So you could repeat going just one leg at a time. Otherwise, we're going to try to do both legs at the same time. So we're going to lean back. Yes. Find that balance on your sitting bones. And you might just stay here. And if you can, you're going to start to straighten those legs. Keep drawing those shoulder heads back in. Draw the belly button in. Keep breathing. And then gently coming all the way back into your Tadasana. And then let's extend both legs long. Give them a little bit of a shake out. We've had that open hip position for a while. And we're going to take our half shoelace. So we're going to cross this right leg over the left. So we're trying to stack knee to knee here. Keep that left foot flex. Take an inhale to grow out through the waist. And then exhale to start to come forward. Stay quite active through that underneath leg. Left foot is flexed. And then walking the hands back up. Keep the legs as they are. Take that right hand away from the hip and take the left arm up and over. So we're going for our side stretch here again. And you might be able to come all the way down onto the forearm. That's not really important though. You want to keep anchoring down through that left sitting bone and maybe turning the head to look up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, coming back upright. And let's swap it around. Stacking that left leg over the right thigh, trying to get knee to knee and trying to bring that left foot as far over, as close as that right hip as you can. Flex that right foot, lengthen out through both sides of the waist. Inhale, and then exhale, walking forward just to where you can. Just with each exhale, noticing if there's any residual tension that you can let go of. Scanning the body, noticing, just listening in for any that unconscious holding. And then let's walk the hands back up. Keeping the legs as they are. Let's take that left hand away from the left hip, taking the right arm up and over. Try to keep both shoulders pointing forward so we're not turning down towards that underneath arm. And then maybe turning the eyes, look up towards the ceiling. Pressing down through that right sitting bone. And maybe for some of you, you're dropping all the way down onto your left forearm. And then let's take an inhale, coming all the way back up and releasing the legs out long. Make your way down onto your back. Just making yourself feel nice and comfortable here down into your Shavasana. Feet a little bit wider than the hips, falling away from one another. Arms away from the sides of the body, palms facing up, and closing the eyes. Just completely letting go now. With each exhale, allowing the body to get a little bit heavier and a little bit softer. Just resting here for the next few minutes. Please feel free to stay here for as long as you need to. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. Namaste.